Hey everyone, and welcome back to Legally Teaching and Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Sam and Max Loga, and we are all the way to round 4 of Passionate Picks. That's right, today will be Thursday, September 19th. 19th's a good number, right, Max?
Pretty sweet number. We have Mr. Blake Tostelon, who donned the number 19 at LVC. Blake was a great teammate at LVC. He's a professional hockey player now. Blake's first time on the podcast, so welcome, Blake.
Yes, thank you. It's been a long time coming.
I know. I just told the story. We ran into Blake, Dylan, and I this past week, and we were talking about the podcast. He's an avid listener. He's like, I've never been on that. Dylan, I'm like, no, you've had been on it. He goes, no, guys, I haven't. So we told him we'd get him on, and we got him on.
Just crazy, but hey, there's always a first for everything.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for a lot of firsts in life, but happy to make this dream come true for you, Blake. So welcome to Legally Teaching Engineer Sports.
Thank you.
Before we get to our picks and before we get to how we did last week, let's get to our sponsor. We're sponsored tonight with Passionate Picks by Mr. Pickey's Lawn Service. With the fast approaching season of fall, your leafy summer leaves will soon morph into a not-so-friendly nuisance. Too lazy or simply don't own a rake? Have no fear, Mr. Pickey is near. For all of your fall cleanup or grass mowing needs, give 99820-6830 a call, and Mr. Pickey will get up in those weeds. Max, Sam, Blake, not only is Mr. Pickey an owner of a fairly okay lawn business and a low-level podcast sponsor, he's now also a football picking promoter. Mr. Pickey is offering $25 to either lawyer, engineer, teacher, or celebrity guest picker if any of them go 8-0 with either their college or NFL picks. And if anyone were to go a perfect 16-0, Mr. Pickey has indicated he will quadruple that offer for a grand prize of $100. Mr. Pickey's Lawn Service, where leaf hoarder meets gambling supporter. Sam, how did you do last week?
Generally no idea, but it felt like a decent week. So I know I got my supposed loser at least. So there's that.
Yeah, you were all right in college, 5-3. Max, you were really good in college, 7-1.
Dang,
You were the complete opposite, Max, in the NFL.
Oh, I knew it. I knew NFL when the Rams got blown out. That was a tall tale of how my day went.
Yeah. We are really bad in the NFL. Max 5-11 overall. I'm 6-10. I'm 6-10. We obviously we got to pick it up. College, Sam, you're sub 500, 11-13. I'm neutral, 12-12. Max 14-10. You're leading the way in college. Good job.
Thank you.
I have an Excel spreadsheet with our points because we also obviously have the mortal locks and then the likely loser. Those points are on the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is not at the fingertips right now. We'll get that updated next week. Robert, 5-3 in college, 3-5 in the NFL. He did all right.
Not the best, but he's all right. I mean, gave it his valiant effort. He let off the show saying he didn't know much about college. Expect more from the NFL.
Yeah, he was really confident in the NFL, and he was really confident in Brian Burns getting 2 sacks. Sam, how many sacks did Brian Burns get?
1.
It's one of my cats. 0. So shout out to you, Rob, on not knowing that. All right, let's get to college football. I think we just got to start Friday night, right, Sam?
Of course.
All right, well, we'll let Blake do this game first. Gotcha. All right, Illinois plus 8.5 on the road at Nebraska and little Patrick Mahomes as quarterback. Blake, who do you like here and why?
I think Illinois is going to cover. If you look at their schedule, they've played some teams that, but they put up some points over those 3 games. I think they're averaging about like 30 points a game. Going into Nebraska, tough place to play right now, but Illinois was a good team last year. I think they're going to cover 8.5 for this game.
Yeah, Max, what do you think?
I went back and forth on this. I think Illinois could cover, and I think Nebraska could cover too. So I was split right down the middle. But Friday night in Nebraska, what else do? You drink. They're going to be going crazy in Nebraska. It's prime time game for them on Fox. And then I want Illinois to really lose because Dylan and I are going there. Cheaper tickets for Michigan game. So go Nebraska. 8.5.
I like it. Sam, what about you?
Yeah, give me Nebraska. All the corn's been picked. Nothing else to do. Grab a beer and go to a football game on Friday night.
All the corn's been picked. Nice.
Well done, Sam. That's one of your best picks I think you've ever had. I'll go with Blake. How do you pronounce that last name? Tosto?
Toast.
Tosto. Yeah, I know. All right, I'm riding with the Illini, Blake. Yeah, it's the Big Ten, and I just don't think Illinois is going to get blown out. I think Nebraska is good for a turnover or two. New quarterback really hasn't had much to play against, so I think Illinois at least pushes them to the brink a little. I think you're right, Max, that Nebraska wins, but 8.5 is a weird number, and there's some backdoor coverage there that could be happening. So I'll take Illinois. Sam, you can hit lead off here. A noon game on Saturday of the Big 12, Kansas at West Virginia.
Yeah, I believe we had a West Virginia game earlier. We all were pretty much on them, at West Virginia, fall time, beautiful weather, all this nonsense. But I tell you what, Kansas isn't just a basketball school. Give me Kansas. They're a football school.
Go ahead, Dill.
Max, go ahead.
All right. I think Sam said that same quote last week with Kansas.
Probably. Did they
And
win?
they entered my do not bet list last week with that loss to UNLV. So give me West Virginia minus 2.5. Easy.
Blake, what you got?
Morgantown on a Saturday afternoon. Come on. West Virginia covers that every fucking week.
I said that same thing when they played Penn State, and that didn't end so well. So I don't back on that one.
You already picked West Virginia, Max. You agree with Blake, so just ride with him. Sam, I'm with you. Kansas, Jane Daniels is still the quarterback, I believe. It's named something like Jalen Daniels, maybe. He'll put points up. I think West Virginia is going to have issues on the offensive side. We watched that whole Penn State game for the most part, and they look pretty rough. So I'll take Kansas. They're on Max's do not bet list, but I think West Virginia probably belongs to be on there some way, somehow as well. So this is kind of a battle of shits, and I'm not sure why we have this game on this the slate. We might have to get to the picker person and see why this was on there, but maybe that has to go with the lack of great games this weekend. Who knows? Max, I think you might want to hit lead off in the next one.
Yeah, so the condoms are coming to Ann Arbor. USC at Michigan. It's a 5.5 spread right now. I think Michigan's going to cover this 5.5. I think they've set the tone of we're going to shove the ball down your throat because you can't throw it through the air. And if that's not going to work, they're going to run the ball 300 times, and they need to run the ball 300 times. It's the only way they're going to win. So give me Michigan 5.5 in a bloodbath, low-scoring game. Michigan wins.
I like it. Blake.
I agree. Michigan covers. I was in Ann Arbor for the Texas game. Love that vibe. I think it's an impending game for them to kind of open up their offense. They've struggled with, was it Warren, right? Warren's in there. Switching to Orgy this week, I think it'll be a little different. And I think they're going to get back on track.
I like it, Blake. Sam.
Yeah, I was going to say USC until Michigan switched their quarterback. But then doing some math, right? So like plus 5.5. Like 6-3, 9-3. These numbers, the math. I don't know. I know what Dylan's gonna pick, and it's like, do I just take the chance and go for a free point? Yeah, sure. Give me USC. I'll take a free point.
Nice. Public enemy number one. Just keep doing you, Sam. Yeah, I'm on Michigan. Blake said it. Orgy's the quarterback, instilling some confidence in the young man. Gotta believe. USC's defense, we watched them beat LSU and make some plays defensively, but then we watched LSU and their defense, what they did against South Carolina, and that was like butthole trash. So then it made me think, maybe USC's, flip that. LSU's offense was very good, so maybe USC's defense really wasn't all that good. I think Michigan's going to be all right running the ball between the tackles. I think Orgy's going to find a couple passes. They're going to utilize the screen with Don. Yeah, I'm going to take the money line on this. I just don't think USC comes into the big house and beats Michigan. And I'll take the 5.5 just because I can. So go blue. Time to put the Big Ten back on notice as the national champions. All right. Let's head to another Big Ten, I guess, opponent or Big Ten team. This is a weird one, Max. In Blacksburg, Virginia, Rutgers, 3.5-point underdogs at Virginia Tech. Blake, what do you like here?
I like the Cavaliers here. I like Virginia Tech. They played Vandy and one more decent team. I want to say maybe those are just their first game, Vandy. Even though Vandy is at the bottom of the SEC, but I like Virginia Tech here. I think they've averaged same thing about like 30 points a game from what I've looked at. Offense at home, I like it.
All right. Blake is on Virginia Tech. Max.
Yeah, so we did a college tradition show way back like 2 years ago, I think. I was still at LBC. And one of my best traditions I said was enter Sandman at Virginia Tech. Gets the people going. For that reason only, I'm taking Virginia Tech -3.5 at home against Rutgers.
Sam, are you on the Scarlet Knights or are you on the Cavaliers' rival, the Hokies?
Yeah, give me Virginia Tech. I don't really have any reason for it other than I just don't think Rutgers is better. I don't know.
So, yeah, I don't know, guys. Rutgers is kind of sneaky this year, I think. They have this new compliance officer or associate athletic director. His name's Jordan. He was at an associate athletic director whose name is Matthew. He was getting really drunk and he picked up a girl and actually scored a touchdown that night. So Rutgers athletic and compliance department is already kind of like kicking ass this year. I mean, I know that's not a big stat for the game this weekend, but 3.5 points. I don't think Virginia Tech is going to be able to contain the Rutgers quarterback, who is kind of a dog. So give me the Scarlet Knights on the road. With that, let's go to the Big 12. Actually, probably one of the best games of the weekend, aside from the nightcap. This is probably the game of the weekend. Max, I'll let you hit lead off on this. Utah at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State are 1.5-point underdogs at home.
Yeah, I'm kind of blown away that Big Noon Fox did not go here. It's kind of strange, very strange. They decided to go ahead.
Yeah, did you see where they went?
Yeah, they're going to Ohio State when Ohio State's playing Marshall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid.
Yeah, but obviously I'm going on Utah -1.5. Oklahoma State is still on my do not bet list, and they're going to stay there. Cam Rising is my Heisman winner. He's going to lead Utah to the national championship game in his 7th year. So give me the Utes, Cam Rising -1.5.
Sam, what say you?
Yeah, so I mean, Oklahoma State, they're the ones that rip out that wagon, right, with the horses.
That's
No.
Oklahoma.
Oh shoot! Well, then get them. I was the one reason. Give me Utah.
You can pick on them later. You can pick on them later.
Perfect. Give me Utah this game, then.
Throw them Utes up.
Blake, you on the boys? You on the Utes?
So I'm split down the middle here. So a little insider trading. One of my family friends plays lacrosse at Utah, and he was telling me that the football team this year came in a month earlier than they were supposed to get some more training in. I guess they have a lot of returners. He said that he loves Utah to be in the college playoff this year. I was like, okay. But I don't know. Something about Oklahoma State. I like it. I'm wearing the Barry Sanders jersey right now. And I'm feeling confident with Oklahoma State covering.
You got me. It's always fun to see who tricks me while writing down the picks, and I wrote down Utah prematurely, so you got me. Good job. I'll take Utah. Loga boys against Blake on this one. I think Max, you nailed the head. It's Cam Rising game. Blake, actually, kind of with your insider information right there, makes me like Utah even more. Coming in a month earlier, Max, it makes me like them even less for your pick to be in the college football playoff final. They're going to be done probably by the Pac or Big 12 championship game, so they'll call it quits by then because we still burnt out. But I'll take Utah on this one on the road in Stillwater. Let's go to honestly probably the biggest game of the weekend for people that just love ball. I'll hit lead off here. The Toledo Rockets, basically the best team in the country right now, went and dog washed the Mississippi State shitbags last weekend in wherever they play these days, the Bulldogs. They head to the road again, this time as 2.5 point favorites against the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. Sam, what city is Western Kentucky located in?
Lexington.
It's close. That's the University of Kentucky there in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And who are University of Toledo's rivals?
Bowling Green of Ohio.
That's correct. And for that reason alone and that reason only, Toledo wins by 10. Toledo goes down to Bowling Green, Kentucky and beats that ass. Give me the Rockets. TOL.
EDO.
Max.
Yeah, so what Toledo did last weekend was very impressive. And I don't think they're off their wave. And I'm going to hop on the wave so I don't drown. Give me Toledo minus 2.5 against the Hilltoppers, whatever that is.
Love it. Sam.
Yeah, I didn't know the tidbit about Bowling Green, but again, this new information makes me switch my pick last minute. Give me Western Kentucky out of Bowling Green, Kentucky to win.
Okay. Well, the Royals just tied it up, so it just points out though I thought it was a bad pick. Blake, where are you?
So I don't know if you guys go on Twitter or follow anything in the science community, but Elon Musk put a rocket on Mars this week. I like the rockets. That was my sign. I saw it. I was like, rockets right there. Toledo covers 2.5.
Jerry. All right, I like it, the signs. Good stuff, Blake. I like that a lot, and I will be boots on the ground. I won't have my body painted. Certainly not my face. But I'll give it my all in the stand. So go Rockets. All right, let's move to I believe this is also a night game. So Kentucky, Toledo, or Western Kentucky and Toledo. And then the next two are also night games. So Michigan State travels to Boston College. Not necessarily a hostile environment. I'm going to go lead off here. I thought the spread was weird. So I think Boston College is pretty good. They just tested Missouri, which I don't think is all that. They have a good running quarterback. But I think Michigan State's quite good. You find a quarterback and you find something. So Aiden Childs is a dog, and 6.5 points is kind of wild for that. So I'll take the Spartans at 6.5 on the road at Boston College. Blake.
Yep, I agree. I think their defense is underrated. Aiden Childs, he's kind of he's had his moments, but I think, going on week 4 now, I think some of the mistakes he made early on are going to just kind of level itself out. But I agree with the spread at 6.5. I think a lot of it's, they beat Missouri and then they beat Florida State. So being at home, I think that's why they're at 6.5 dogs. But Michigan State, I think they're covered. So,
yeah. Wait, Sam.
Yeah, give me Michigan State. Just give me Michigan State.
Fair enough. Eagles. Max, say you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna save the graphic here. I'm gonna go Boston College, but for a reason. I think Michigan State will have a chance to win this game late. They're gonna be down 6, right? 7, whatever, tie the game. Then my guy Aiden Child's gonna throw an interception. He's gonna cost Michigan State the game late. He's gonna be rushed and he's just gonna chuck it up there. Boston College covers by a hair. Not by much, just by a hair.
Yeah, I think we're all aligned in our thinking. I think the fear factor is Aiden Child's mistakes, right? Max and I just picked Michigan State because I knew you would take Boston College, so thanks. All right. Let's move to the nightcap. Game of the week they claim Tennessee at Oklahoma. Sam, these are the horses in the carriages. Tennessee, the Volunteers, 6.5 point favorites. Blake, go ahead and hit lead off on this one.
I like Tennessee covering 6.5. I think they've put up over 60 points each week, 50 some points each week. So I can't believe it's even at 6.5, honestly.
Yeah. I
Next.
mean, I'll go next. Yeah. I mean, I agree. 6.5 is a wild spread, but something about Oklahoma at night and Tennessee just being Tennessee. I don't think they're really a true football school. I mean, Joe Milton went there. He wasn't really a quarterback. Um, Oklahoma will figure a way to at home to keep this close. They're going to keep it close. Give me 6.5.
All right. We know where Sam's going, but let's hear the words come out.
Yeah, Oklahoma. Them horses and carriage.
Mhm.
Nighttime. Gonna be hype.
All right. I was also going to go with Oklahoma, and then you both said Oklahoma, and then I kind of thought to myself, fuck Oklahoma. So I'm going to go Tennessee. Switch pick. Never good for me. Doesn't work out often. Never great. But I'm switching to Tennessee with Blake. So let's see how that goes. Should be an exciting game. I think it's like an 8 p.m. kickoff on ABC, so should be a fun one. All right, let's do our locks. Let's head to the NFL, fellas. Sam, give me your locks and your likely loser.
Yeah, so my locks this week are gonna be, I'm hoping we're gonna hit here. So give me Virginia Tech, and then also give me, I don't really know if I want to say it, but I'm gonna risk it. Give me Michigan State. And then my likely loser, I gotta refine them real quick. 1 second. Oh, NC State. It is NC State versus Clemson. It's a -20 to Clemson. I think NC State can manage that. So give me NC State.
All right, I like it. Wolfpack. He has faith. Big North Carolina guy. Blake, give me your locks and your likely loser.
My lock. I like San Jose State and Washington State over 55.5, -110. I love that. And then my other one, New Mexico to cover 14.5 versus Fresno State.
I like
Those
that.
are my 2 locks.
What about your likely loser?
Likely loser. JMU beating UNC. Plus
All right, I
320.
like it.
Wow, I like that.
All right, dog. I like it a lot. All right, Max, give me yours.
All right, my locks this week. Obviously, my Heisman winner's got to be one of them. Utah -1.5 at Oklahoma State. It's a lock. I'm going back to the well. The under Iowa at Minnesota. It's 35.5 currently. I will take that, please. Then my likely loser. Watch the whole game. Arkansas State. Dogs. Quarterback can be a dog. He's going to give some issues to Iowa State. +22.
I like it. I saw that too, and I thought about it. Your well has gone dry, just so you know. But keep trying to get some water out of there. How'd that cover go last week? I think they scored 50 points.
They did. Now they're playing a team that's actually going to play defense against them.
That's what you need. Someone else to play defense too. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the 2 teams on route for the hardest on Saturday. Clearly not great picks. I wouldn't tail these if I were listening in. Toledo -2.5 on the road at Western Kentucky. Michigan +5.5 at home against the Trojans. I'll take both of those. And my likely loser, Blake mentioned it earlier, the Vanderbilt Commodores. They just find a way to do some weird shit once in a while in the SEC. Like, they don't ever win games, but they cover games weirdly. Missouri's coming off a game where they probably were very stoked because you had Boston College had just beaten Florida State, and there was kind of some hype. It was one of the only top 25 matchups. I think Missouri lets up foot off the gas a little. 21.5 Vanderbilt at Missouri. So I'll take the Commodores. All right, fellas, let's go to the NFL. Before we get to our first game. No. Nope, we can just go right to it. Sam, give me the Thursday night matchup. Patriots +6.5 at the New York Jets.
Yeah, the gut reaction obviously is to take the Patriots. But at +6.5, give me the Jets home to cover that.
Respect that.
Max, go ahead.
It's a good pick. After watching the Patriots and after watching Aaron Rodgers, give me the Jets also at 6.5. I think he's hitting his stride. as much as that pains me to say. I think he is. Blake?
Yep. I say Jets win that game by 10.
Quick with it, just right by 10. All right. Dylan, I think he's having some technical difficulties, so we're just gonna roll right into our next one. We'll circle back to Dylan here. Our next game is Texans at Vikings. It's 2.5 spread. Sam, where are you leaning?
Tough. Make me go first again. That's fine. Give me the Texans. The Vikings ain't trash. They're trash. It's give me the Texans.
All right, I respect that. Blake.
After watching both those teams this weekend, I think Texans are gonna cover, but I know those Vikings are sneaky, but JJ's down. I think that kind of limits Sam Darnold, so Texans.
Texans. Yeah, we're going across the board here. We're going Texans. I really like the Texans. I like Nico Collins. He's a dog. Tank Dell's a dog. They got a lot of good offensive weapons, and I like that a lot. All right, we're cruising. The next game we got Chargers at Steelers. This is an interesting one.
Whoa! You skipped the Eagles at the Saints.
Oh, sorry. Give me the Eagles at the Saints. My bad.
You go first now, Max. Now you gotta go first.
You're gonna have to make me Blake go first real quick here.
Yep. I mean, I saw this funny video today that in election years, Derek Carr is the best he's ever been in his career in 2016, 2020, and now 2024. He's also campaigning for another career year. I like the Saints at 2.5.
Some good logic right there. I like that. All right, y'all go now, Sam. I think the Saints are dangerous. Alvin Kamara is playing like a dog. But I just think the Eagles are going to be upset. And I have nothing wrong with Jalen Hurts. So give me the Eagles. Give me the Eagles 2.5. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, again, the gut reaction is to take the Eagles. But you mentioned it. Alvin Kamara is kind of finding himself. The quarterback, also career year again. You know, Blake's 4-on-4-on-4 stat. Love it even more now. Give me the Saints. I think the Saints are running the old boys, and this might be an interesting year for them.
I respect that. All right, now let's get to my interesting game. The Chargers plus 1.5 at the Steelers. A lot of things going on here. Blake, where are you headed?
Oh man, it's in Pittsburgh, home opener. I like this. I like the Steelers in this, but some tells me with the whole new regime in Los Angeles, I like the Chargers right now, man. I don't think the Steelers offense is anything good, but they're always winning games by like 14-5 or like 12-7 or something like that. But I think the Chargers are gonna come in there and kind of show who they really are, and I think they're gonna cover.
Respect, that's a good one. Sam.
Yeah, I looked at this one pretty hard. The Chargers going into the Steelers, I think the Steelers have slightly figured something out, and being home will help them figure it out more. So give me the Steelers at home for this one.
I would agree with the Steelers have figured something out, but I think they've figured too much out. Now they're there with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields itching to play. It's going to cause some tension. It's going to cause some bad juju. Mike Tomlin's a dog. He's going to figure out how to win, but he's playing with the best coach in the game. Jim Harbaugh's a dog. Give me the Chargers plus
Mike
1.5.
Tomlin is arguably one of the best coaches in the NFL. So,
hey, can't beat him. Join him. He's the best. Jim is the best. All right, moving right along. Lions at Cardinals, 3.5 points, 3.5 spread, or 3-point spread. Sorry. Blake, hit lead off here in your Barry Sanders jersey.
Yep. I'll be boots on the ground. I'll be in Arizona attending this game. Lions by
sick.
15.
That's sweet.
Lions by 15.
Oh,
No, okay.
Mark
Lions,
it down.
Lions will cover. That's all I need to say.
That's sweet that you're gonna be there. We're gonna need some videos and some photo proof of you boots on the ground there. That's sweet.
Yep.
All right, Sam, I'll go. I think the Lions should have won last week. We talked about it earlier. Their defense isn't the issue. The offense is kind of shaky. So I think they're going to handle Kyler Murray in that whole scenario. And the offense, I think, can put up enough points to win. So give me the Lions -3. Sam.
Yeah, I would say where last week was a struggle for points, this week will not be. This is going to be a high scoring, throw the ball fast, run the ball fast kind of game. I have a feeling. Give me the Lions to win in a shootout against Arizona.
Oh, shootout. All right, respect. Dylan, are you back?
I'm back. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
You're good. We're on the Lions at Cardinals right now.
I will also jump on the Lions -3. I think it is a shootout. As Oliver said that. I agree.
All right, we're all on the Lions. Blake is going to be boots on the ground. He's going to have the good vibes. That's all we need to get back on track. All right, moving along. I think this is probably the toughest game of the slate. Ravens at Cowboys. 1.5 for the Cowboys. Sam, it's your dog, Lamar.
Yeah, it's a trap game for me, right? Like at Cowboys, I believe they're coming off a bad loss. Ravens also coming off a bad loss. I don't know what Lamar was thinking. Keep the ball, my guy. Bounce back game for both of them. What are you human and hawing? Just give me Lamar, give me the Ravens, so whatever.
We all knew it was coming. It's just how you phrase it. Blake, where are you headed?
Same thing. It's a trap game, but Ravens.
All right, Dylan, what about you?
Yeah, I'm on the Ravens as well. Can't start the season 0-3, and I don't think the Cowboys defense is very good. So Ravens take advantage.
Wow. I mean, I have the Ravens circled on my page, but now that everybody's taking them, I feel like at Jerry World, Lamar's kind of shaking up. He's a little what? But I'm going to have to go with the Ravens also. I don't like the Cowboys at all. They're not America's team. They're just not. And it's funny they paid Dak all that money. So give me the Ravens. An interesting one here. Chiefs at Falcons. It's only 3.5 point spread, which I think is kind of weird.
When did the Falcons get good? Last I heard, they sucked. Give me the Chiefs.
Quick with it. Sam on the Chiefs. I'll go. I'm going to pick against the Falcons every week. So I think it'd be awesome to see Dylan name Matt's whatever middle name. I think it would be hilarious. So give me the Chiefs -3.5. Dylan.
Yeah, I think it'd be bad if I had to let Matt name whatever if I ever have a firstborn, the first name. So yeah, I definitely have to root against the Falcons every week. He literally sent me a text last night at like 11:46 or 11:36 whenever the game got over. 1-1 ... bastard. So yeah, go Chiefs, and I think they cover 3.5.
Blake.
Chiefs 3.5. Falcons, I thought they got lucky last night, but they showed some signs that they were good on offense. I think their defense is eh. So when you're playing against Mahomes, good luck.
Yeah. It was a crazy spread when I saw that come out. So, and our last game on the slate, we got Commanders at Bengals. Commanders +7.5. I'll go first here. I'm taking the Commanders +7.5. I think Dylan's quarterback finally gets into it. Mr. Jaden Daniels, I think he finally understands mission. And the Bengals, there's a lot of things going on with them, and can't really put my finger on them just yet. So I'm going to stay away from them. Commanders +7.5. Blake, what about you?
Bengals cover back at home. Finally figure some stuff out coming off a tough loss to Kansas City. Commies didn't even score a touchdown last week. Bengals 6.5.
Bengals. Sam.
Yeah, I think the Bengals should have won. The Bengals are good. I think that spread is misunderstanding the situation. So give me the Bengals.
Ooh, Dylan.
Yeah, Max, I'm with you. Commanders. Blake, the Commanders still won. Sam, the Bengals literally gonna get up for games at Arrowhead and get excited to play the Chiefs because I don't understand them, but that's what they do. Commanders it's a sneaky sleeper game for the Bengals at home. Monday night game number 2.
So they're going to be depressed that they're not the main featured entree on the Monday night slate. We're not picking the second game in our picks, but yeah, I'll take the Commanders plus 7.5 with all the weird ingredients in play.
All right, yeah, I like that. I mean, I think Commanders get shot. Bengals are weird right now. Blonde French tips that Joe Burrow's walking. All right, let's get to our locks. Blake, lead off with our locks.
Sam and Dylan already mentioned it. Shootout, boots on the ground. That Cardinals Lions game over 52.5. I think hammer that.
What was the over 52.5?
Yep.
All right. What about your other one?
And then my second one is the Bucks to cover 6.5 versus Denver at home. I think the Bucks are a legit team to have a stamp on the NFC. After watching the last 2 weeks, that team is legit. And people are not talking about them. That team is legit.
I think they show esque of the Lions last year.
Correct.
Flying under the radar. Sam, what about your locks?
Yeah, going off script this week. Dylan will be proud of me. We're gonna take a couple of the home states. So give me the Raiders to beat the Panthers. The Raiders are minus 5.5. And then also give me the Bears to beat the Colts. Indiana is -1.
Wow.
Going against my home states. We're gonna see how that fares for me this week.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump in here. Give me the Colts to beat the Bears. The Bears don't know what offense is. Jess Williams just runs around, throws the ball with his nails painted. Give me the Colts. Anthony Richardson figures it out. He's a good quarterback. And then back to the well again. My Texans over the Vikings. Give me that 2.5. I think the Texans handle them with ease. Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. His true colors will show eventually. He's got to take the mask off here shortly. So give me the Texans. Dylan, where are you headed?
Max, I like how you just combined the last two Bears quarterbacks' names. I like that a lot. Justin Williams.
Caleb.
It kind of makes me want to go with Sam on the Colts there, but no, I'll go Lions. I think it's a bounce back week. I think the Lions are one of the best teams in the NFL. I really truly do. Blake being there just makes it all feel better. Christina teaches with a woman whose husband's a huge Lions fan, though they will also be boots on the ground. Just it feels like there's going to be a shitload of Lions fans there in Glendale. So yeah, I'll take the Lions -3, and then I'll go to the Monday night game that is probably a little sexier than the one we picked. Bills -5.5 on the road or at home against the Jaguars. I think the Bills are a good football team. You guys all picked against them last week. I did not. And I think the Jaguars are dog shit. So I'll go Bills -5.5 at home. Well done, Max. Thank you for jumping in like a moderator that you so well should be one day. Any last thoughts from any of you guys on the NFL slate or just generally anything NFL or college football?
No, good luck. The NFL's a crapshoot.
Yeah. Good luck. Blake, any thoughts from you? Thank you for joining us. Any thoughts?
No. Thank you for having me. I'm hoping that my picks don't make me look like an asshole, so we'll see.
Never. Sam, I'll save your thought for just a second. But that's all for Legally Teaching Engineer Sports Passionate Picks round 4. Our quote comes from Aniana